What we do here is go back.
And hopefully we're live. Maybe we aren't, maybe we're not. Maybe this is pre-recorded, maybe I'm AI. Who knows? But can you hear me and or see me? Does everything look okay? Please let me know. I'll be interested to know. I'll make some slight changes to the stream setup, so it might work, it might not. In theory, we should be at 1440p. If that is a thing, but let me know. Can you actually see it in 1440p? Or is it just 1080p? I have no idea. Looks like we're all good. Good here. Yep, all good. Yes, 1440p. Excellent. Jay Gordon says sync. Is there a problem with the audio sync? You might need to refresh, possibly. Who knows? Make sure it is all working. iRolfman says 480p. O'Reilly says, yay, we have a mic. This has made my day. Sorry. Viali says, much better res mic. Thank you. Excellent stuff. David Under says, bit of a waste watching on a 4K screen. Never mind. iRolfman says 1440p now. Excellent. So hopefully the... oh, it says here, warning, the stream's current bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Well, how much would you like? 13,500. Oh, Christ. Let me see if I can quickly change that in a minute. Hang on a second. Settings, video, output. I don't think I can change it whilst it's running. Oh yeah, there we are. Let's crank that up a little bit. Okay. There's 10. Let's see how that works. You never know, that might be better. Wonder if it's going to be wonder if it up here. Who knows? Check, make sure the overhead's working. Yep, that appears to be fine. Got the autofocus on, so there's a little bit of breathing effect going on, but whatever, it should be fine. And stream desktop, is that working? Yeah, that is working as well. Excellent stuff. So tonight's stream, we're going to be taking a look at some bits and pieces which I've managed to pick up, bids on eBay and Discord bot, etc., and also friends on Discord who have sold me some bits and pieces. So I've got some stuff to test. Obviously, this is in no way, shape or form any kind of, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. This is nothing against the people that have sold it to me. It's just, well, I'm testing other stuff, so it makes sense to do it at the same time. If you know who you are on Discord and you've sold me this stuff, again, this isn't aimed at you at all. This is just somewhat of a sanity check, and also some of it is kind of necessary because I need components to test with. So, yeah, hopefully that's good. Still says the stream's current bitrate's low. What the hell? Oh, we'll go with it. Welly Bob says, res so high Mike looks like he has lipstick on. Lovely jubbly. Right. Where should we start? Let's introduce the parts first of all. So if anyone's late to the stream, they can kind of go back to the beginning and work out what it's all about. No doubt, obviously, they'll see the bits as we go through. Where do we start? Let's start with the graphics card because that's the furthest away at the moment. So this is the graphics card I picked up on eBay. So this was £207 UK price, including postage, etc. This is a Radeon RX 7600 XT, 16 gig. I'm not sure the exact version of this, and actually I do need to get my magnifying glass to confirm it. I think it's the OC version.
There's 3 fans I can see.
It has 3 fans. Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, see him now?
Yeah. Gigabyte, this is the Gaming OC 16 gig revision 1. If that means anything to anyone. So it kind of looks very similar to the Eagle, but it does have a RGB Gigabyte logo on the side, which can be synchronized with OpenRGB or the Gigabyte RGB software. So yeah, that's kind of nice. If you're using a Gigabyte board, you can have it all matching together. Yeah, it's fine. Looks to be in pretty good shape as far as I can tell. The first thing I check on these things is the fans to make sure they spin freely, just in case there's any wobbles or anything, but they look to be okay. So we'll find out more about that a little bit later on. Yes, Kath?
Dutch John.
Remad. Where are we looking?
Second from third from bottom, fourth from bottom.
What? 6700 16 gig? No, this is a 7600 XT. I think. I'm sure. I thought it was an XT.
And user JR.
Yes, 7600 XT. Gaming something or other. Who, sorry?
User JR.
Mike, what's happened to all the cheap Thermaltake liquid coolers? Was looking at my own purchase from less than a year ago. 360 ARGB Aqua Elites, less than 36 quid. Yeah, they've gone up in price quite a bit. The cheapest I could find this week, I think, was about £60. So yeah, it looks like Thermaltake AIOs have gone up in price, weirdly. Or are you trying to say they've dropped down? When you say what happened to all the cheap Thermaltake liquid coolers, I'm assuming you mean that they've got expensive. Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. As you've possibly noticed if you follow any news feeds ever, there's yeah, some pretty wild stuff going on in the world right now. Yeah, no went up quite a lot. Yes, they have. Yes, they have gone up very, yeah, quite dramatically. Which in some instances I think is partly a good thing, which is hard to explain, but I think it makes it a little bit more of a level playing field in the cooler market. Thermaltake coolers are good, they're fine, and the cheap ones are, yeah, when they were cheap they were excellent. But now that they're coming up in price, kind of like £60–70 for the entry level ones, it does make you then look at other possible candidates, such as things like Arctic's freezer range. You've got Thermaltake's TH range. No doubt there's other ones as well. Vitro, I think, have got a few. There's various other manufacturers which have got somewhat under £100 AIOs on the market. But like everything is getting more expensive pretty much universally. Apart from maybe motherboards. They're about the only thing which I think are getting slightly cheaper. But anyway. Yes, Gav.
Old Bob.
Old Bob says, I have a question. Where can I get a new Gen 3 socket 1151 motherboard from? I don't know. Not a new one. I think you'll struggle with that. That's going to be a tough one, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Welly Bob says $39.95 Thermaltake Aqua Elite Black on Amazon UK. If you search around, you'll find them, but it depends who you're getting them from. I think Dlimin321 on Amazon UK has been doing quite well, and I think Thermaltake have got their own kind of outlet as well on Amazon UK. But yeah, it's not easy. Right, so that's the graphics card. Next, I might as well do the motherboards. That's quite easy to do. So motherboard-wise, pick this one up. This basically didn't come in a box as such. So this is a ASUS B650 Tough Gaming Wi-Fi. Ignore the processor which is in there. That is one which I need to test, but it didn't have a I/O cover or shield cover. So I put a CPU in there just to protect the pins. They all look okay, so that should be fine. Yeah, the board basically come as is, other than it comes with the Wi-Fi antenna, and I think there may have been some screws in the bag as well. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, there's some, I'm not too sure what else is in there. It looks like there is some screws of some sort. I'll be honest with you, I haven't had a particularly good look at this bag to see what was included. Looks like there are, it's like some standoffs of some sort, but I don't know what they're for. Looks like motherboard standoffs. Anyway, so it comes to the antenna, that's all in there, so that is good. This one was a pretty good deal, I think. I got this for about £78 using our bot on the Discord, the eBay bargain bot. Came up and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's give it a go. For that sort of money, I think it's definitely worth a look. If it doesn't work, obviously eBay have generally got your back anyway, so we'll see how it goes. All the covers, heatsink covers are there. So yeah, I think it's worth taking a look at. It may be dead on arrival, but that is why, really, if you do buy any used parts, it's always worth, when you test them out for the first time, or even just unpacking them, just make a small video of it, or make some sort of recording so you can just log what is happening, just in case there is any problems going down the line, which hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't need to refer to this video at a later date, but you never know. Also, another motherboard. This one is less of a, well, more of a bargain, but this is one which has been restored. So some of you may remember seeing this one on the stream a couple of weeks back, I think, maybe even a couple of months back. This is the ROG Strix B650-A gaming Wi-Fi. This one had a weird problem where I bought it and some of the pins looked a little bit bent. I did invest in a little microscope USB one, but yeah, it wasn't really for me. So Andy Archer kindly agreed to take a look at it and straighten the pins out, which he has apparently done. I'm yet to test it, so I figured whilst we're in this kind of testing zone, it would be a good idea to go ahead and give this a test as well, make sure that everything works, and also check all the other things, because I'm not sure if the M.2 slots work or anything like that. So we're going to go through and give them somewhat of a thorough test, maybe get an operating system on them as well, possibly test out things like the Wi-Fi, LAN ports, audio, yeah, also see what BIOSes are on there, see if they need updating, that kind of thing. I think I did update this one anyway already, but you never know. We will check that as well. So yeah, that was a nice board. This one was a weird one because I got it from Amazon resale, and I basically said to them that its base doesn't work, and one of the RAM slots is dead. And because it was from resale anyway, obviously someone's returned it anyway, first of all. So Amazon just said, well, just dispose of it. Well, I thought, well, that's making e-waste, which is never a good thing. And potentially if it is just the pins on there, which need straightening out, if someone can do it, then that's great. You can get to have a resurrected motherboard rather than it going into the skip, which is always a bad thing. So yeah, we're going to give that a go. Hopefully that's going to be okay. If Andy's in the chat, I'm not sure if he is, but maybe he could say whether or not you actually tested an OS on it. Save me the hassle, but if you're not a problem. Processor wise, so we've got a Ryzen 5 7500F, which is in this one here. I've actually written on the empty box where that came from to try and track it. So this was one I got from somebody on Discord. I paid £100 for this, which is a little bit more than I wanted to pay really for a 7500F, but they're going for sort of 90-ish to 100 to 120 in a lot of places. So being it with somebody I know and I trust, he says, tongue firmly in cheek, I figured we would get that. Oh yeah, Andy says, all tested here and worked fine once the pins were straightened. Excellent, that saves me a job. Thanks, Andy. I can ditch that one. So yeah, 7500F. Sorry, George is getting some ice, bear with. All done?
Yeah, all done.
Lead Farmer says there, bad CPU causes bad RAM slots sometimes. That is very true. Yeah, if you've got a dodgy processor, you might lose a memory channel. So yeah, we will kind of take those things into account. So yeah, 7500F, £100, a little bit more than I wanted to pay, but I think they're going to get more expensive as time goes on, which is, again, quite bizarre. What I've got here, this is another 7500F, which I was also waiting for. I was doing like this bidding war thing, and it was looking quite good. I ended up paying £92 and something pence for this. There was one that Andy actually mentioned of someone that was selling on a private group somewhere for 90, so I've got a little bit of eBay protection on that as well, so that's fine. So yeah, 7500F, that was from an eBay bargain bot, which starts out really low and I just bid on it, so Yeah, that's all good. Also from somebody on Discord, this is a Ryzen 7 7700. Paid 140 for this, which again is a little bit more than I wanted to pay. But again, it's from somebody that I know and I trust. And they did me a deal. So with the 7500F and also the 7700, 240 all in, including next day recorded insured delivery. So that in itself is like 10 quid. So basically £130 for the two. So yeah, it's not brilliant, but it's fair, I think, personally. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think those are bargains or not? Has anyone said anything yet? No? We'll have a look. Okay. And the next one, I'm not sure what this actually is. Oh, that's a 9600X, which I actually was delidded, and I have relidded and put some PTM 7950 in there, or 79 whatever it is. And this stuff is like glue once it's been heated up once. So I'm hoping this is going to be still working as it should be and keeping temps under control. So potentially if we get time, we'll test that as well. So that's potentially 4 CPUs we've got to test. The 9600X did work previously, so it should be fine. Yeah, I've got no problems there. I've got a little Windows 10 boot drive there, so we can go into Windows 10 to have a look, see what's going on. RAM-wise, got some slightly less, well, maybe interesting, I'm not too sure what your thoughts are on this. This was some Corsair Vengeance. This is DDR5 5200 CL40. As anyone would expect, this is more expensive than anyone would like to pay, but this was £150 from somebody on Discord, which is great. I have actually used this and installed an operating system, so I think it's fine, but I've never actually run mem test on it, so we'll do that again. I know it's absolutely fine. I'm almost 100% sure it isn't going to throw up any errors, but what the hell, we'll test it anyway, because that's what we do. Yes. Viali might get a bargain on eBay. 65-inch OLED for $599. Fantastic. That's a good price for that. That's massive. And who else was the other one, sorry? That was quite a while ago when delidded CPU. Yes, it was. Very long time ago. I think it was it last summer? It was, yeah. Very long time ago. Also, we're going to test out this MSI RAM, which I still haven't really tested. I'm not sure where this actually came from, who sent it to me, or why it was sent to me. So I've got some MSI DDR5 RAM. This is a 16 gig kit, so 2 8 gig modules. I have no actual idea what speed or anything these are. So does it say on there? No. It's got a part number, but other than that, that is it. So I'm not too sure. I'm guessing it's going to be like 4800 or maybe even lower. But it's DDR5, so it has a value. And also silver as well, which makes it fit in with a lot of different colours. So white builds, black builds, and obviously silverish builds. In terms of cooling, I'm just going to be using one of these. This is the Assassin X120, 120 Refined SE.
Welly Bob says RAM I.
13 quid. Ah, was it Welly Bob?
It was sent to me from Andy Archer.
Right, okay. Thank you, Andy Archer, and thank you, Welly Bob. I wasn't sure where it came from. I know there's a couple of people that have sent me RAM, and I had a bag of RAM with various different bits in. And I wasn't sure because Alan sent me some as well, which was some DDR4, which was possibly a little bit iffy, but worked in some systems perfectly and not in others. So it was a little bit kind of borderline. It seemed to work on Intel systems, but not AMD or vice versa. I can't remember entirely. So I'm sure he sent me another set anyway, just to, well, because he had it there in his spare, so he sent it to me anyway. So yeah, I wasn't too sure, but thank you, Welly Bob. Now I know. Green PCB, yuck. Hey, it's DDR5 and potentially it works, so don't knock it. And when it's in the system, you're barely going to see it, are you? You'll just see this nice silverness. So yeah, that is it. A lead farmer says Expo. No, this is DDR4, so it was XMP only, or AXMP.
You're going out, Dave.
Spray paint works, says Andy. Very true, it does.
Move back a bit further.
Zero Defect says it looks like it's going to be a fun stream. Well,
Where's he watching?
where are you watching? You've got some other channel on. Swine. Graphics card I can put to one side for now because we don't possibly need that yet. So I'm going to start... well, my throat is playing up against me. I'm going to start off with this board here because, well, I've got the CPU on there, which I'm almost 100% sure works. And the board, I've got no idea at all. So we'll see how that goes. So I do need to get my little test rig out. And let's clear some of this out of the way. I'll use this RAM because I'm pretty sure within a very high percentage that works fine. So let's put that to one side. So clear a little bit of room because I need to get my little test rig up. So we'll get the test rig up, which actually was a gift from... I always forget who sent this actually. I don't, but I do. Andy Archer and O'Reilly. Kath's told me now. I know. I thought it was. I'm a bad person.
I filled all 4 of my RAM slots with memory and I'm glad I did. I've never felt wealthy before, but the RAM is currently worth more than the entire system.
RAM pricing is ridiculous, isn't it? And it's kind of, it has stabilised and it has somewhat dropped. I know that's not that apparent at the moment, but if you look on eBay, there have been, especially on our eBay bot, because it gives us notifications. DDR5 this week, there was one person who sold, I think it was 10 sets of Corsair Vengeance RAM, which was, I think it was either 5600 or 6000 CL36, I think. £220, I think, or 220. Yeah, I think it's 220 or 225. So around about just over £200 for a 32 gig kit on the used market, which isn't great, but obviously it shows that there is an availability and they are about. So yes, I think with people not buying computers or not building computers very much, it will get better, hopefully.
Firestorm, what GPU?
The GPU is a 7600 XT 16 gig.
CMCB, I'm waiting for the bang. You filmed a build this week, didn't you? And when you went to turn it on, I so had to bite my tongue to not shout out bang.
Yeah, this week I finally managed to film and complete the GTA 6 PC build, or the GTA 6 ready PC build, which is actually turned out to be very nice. I was very impressed with it. It was very expensive if you worked out actually how much it cost. Yeah, so to play
Did you notice I wanted bang?
Yeah, I could feel you tensing up waiting for it. But when I turned it on, yeah, Kath didn't go bang.
I wanted to say bang.
Should have done, really.
You'd have gone mad.
I would. It was a traumatic day. I was having problems with my overhead camera. It was doing all kinds of weird stuff. And actually, let's put it on there now. Yeah, I kept on getting my head in the shot as well, which was like super frustrating. And it's hard because the display monitor is kind of behind me over there for the OBS recording. I can't see that and also see what I'm doing and check out all the other stuff at the same time. So it does get a little bit perplexing when I've just finished filming a bunch of stuff and then realised that my bloody head was in the way. But I have managed to edit out the majority of that, so yeah, it's okay.
Like orange on a cocktail stick.
Alejandro says, are you planning on building a system with that specs from the eBay bargains? Well, funny enough, actually, somebody bought a PC off me probably last summer at some point. I can't remember exactly when it was, but towards the summertime period. They actually messaged me last night and said, have you got any PCs for around about £600? So when I actually stopped laughing and replied, I told them, like, did you know that there's a RAM and storage shortage on at the moment? And inflation? And I kind of explained where we are. He's like, wow, how did I not know about this? It's like, well, yeah, because the mainstream media aren't going to tell you about it and panic everyone into buying computer stuff now because it's going to run out at some point, no doubt. And yeah, once I explained it all, it did all become a little bit more apparent. So I said I can't guarantee anything, but I'm going to see what I can do. And wrong way. and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, 600 to 700 pounds they said. So I'm thinking possibly this board with the 7500F, maybe with the 7600 XT, and I'll have to work out the storage and the RAM, because I think that is going to be the problem area, as it is for pretty much everybody at the moment. Let's have a drink.
Andy Archer says you need to join the cool kids and have a spoon mounted on your monitor to see behind you.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Have them dangling over your head somehow.
What is it with M.2 drives? I'm having loads of problems with M.2 drives at the moment. That is supposed to go in there. Ah, there we go. I used to be able to see those drives really easily. Oh, I was turning it the wrong way. That's probably why.
Just show an update on the old Bourneville bar.
Yeah. Quick update on the melted Bourneville bar.
They've been sleeping on it again.
The cats have been sleeping on it even more.
Now I'm going to have to eat it in one go because I don't think there's any chunks left in it.
Wrong way.
That thin side is your half.
Yeah.
And you have
There we go.
creatures. Maybe it's got catnip in it.
I know why I'm struggling. I ain't got the bloody light on, have I? That's better. Well, a little better.
Damn, did you sit on it? No, it's what the cats have been sleeping on.
Yeah.
They get under behind my monitor.
Kath stashes all her chocolate behind her monitor. Like a strange person.
I think I leave it there to eat and then I forget because they sleep on it and I can't see it and so I don't eat it. If Mike sat on it, it'd be like flatter than that and it'd have like a rise in the middle.
Right, better do the CPU cooler as well. That's a pain in the ass, isn't it? At least it's not AM4 and it's going to fall off. Right, it says Windows 10 SSD. Yeah. It's the only Windows, well, it's the only Windows drive I know which actually functions properly that I've got here. I don't want to have to install an OS altogether.
I've got plenty of storage really, it's just Mike keeps on feeding me up. Passing it all over and I can't fit it all in. So it sits on my desk waiting. But then he passes me something else that I prefer. We bought this lovely fudge chocolate brownie cake, didn't we, this week?
Yeah.
I think that's all I've got on my desk now. It's one bar of chocolate. No. There's another one. Oh, this one's open.
Ooh.
There's another one there. I used to have a chocolate drawer. It was in my bedside cabinet. But when the kids went to school, when they first started school, they told all their teachers about my secret stash of chocolate next to the bed. I did it.
Oh, I was trying not to get all that out. What the hell?
Did a good job there, babe.
Yep. And I can't remember now which way round these go. Yeah, it must be that one. Oh, screw stuck to it.
Actually, I wish he could afford more RAM, but his cash has run out.
Yeah, RAM is ridiculous still at the moment. Hmm?
It's a joke.
I know.
Do you know this? The spelling.
Yeah. Run out of catch.
Yeah, I knew because you weren't looking at it. You said it a bit serious.
Sorry. I'm trying to focus at the moment.
So your camera.
It's not. Oh yeah.
Flash up and down. Boing.
Right, I need some thermal pasta. Not too much. Just a little blob in the middle, that'll be enough. And we've got some RGB goodness. This is never a fast process, is it? Still, we've got plenty of time. Screwdriver.
Do they still have
Ooh.
paper money in America?
Yeah.
Unless I can't remember what it feels like, but we have plastic money here.
Yeah, ours is a bit plasticky. I'm not going to be too concerned about torquing this down because this is just for a kind of test run. Make sure all the ports and stuff, make sure it actually boots. Semrabs, sorry, Sky Stalker says a short feels like an eternity while you're filming. Yeah, it does.
Mike, question.
Yes.
Read it yourself if you don't mind. It's too much.
When I ask for a PC, Meshify, what can I ask for a PC? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Probably about 500, 600. You can ask for it. You might not get it, but you can ask for it.
Yeah, I couldn't have read all that out because you wouldn't have taken it in, would you?
Yeah, I was struggling to take it in now.
David Underhill, use an impact driver to tighten those screws, make sure they're really tight.
For what? The cooler. Yeah, graunch it right down. I suppose actually it is worth doing the cooler installation properly, because you may you may find that there's some unusual temperatures.
Gigabyte AMD just got away.
Oh bollocks. Where's CPU fan? That one there. Oh, I am finding these things very fiddly today.
All fingers and thumbs.
Yeah. You never know, one day they might actually make this stuff a lot easier to do. But don't hold your breath. So who is lining up to buy a fantastic Apple Neo or Apple MacBook Neo? Okay. Oh, now we got the typical bloody Oh, actually, I know what I can use. Andy Archer sent me one of these little doohickeys, which is a power button thing. So if I can work out where it actually goes on here. There's the missing pins, so that looks like it's going to go there. Excrement. Okay, right, let's go back to the main camera. Hello! And, I suppose I should plug in the keyboard and mouse. That would be appropriate. And let's plug in some of our connections on the back here. I'll do the power and wait for it to go bang or make the camera go stupid. Well, it didn't, it just squealed. Squeal like a pig. And there's HDMI cable. So I'm going to use the onboard. Oh, no, I'm not going to use the onboard, am I? Because this... Oh, what processor did I put in here? I put in the 7500F, didn't I? Which...
Test that graphics card anyway, haven't you?
I have got to test, yeah, but then I've got to find some cable for it to actually plug the darn thing in, which actually may not be too bad because I think there is one there. Oh, don't bend the pins. Right, yeah, so I'm gonna have to put the graphics card in. That nearly stumped me there. So now we're testing completely untested. Actually, I'm not going to use that graphics card yet. I'm going to grab another graphics card. Just one that I know that actually works. And also because most of you probably haven't seen it for a while and it has been getting lonely. One of my most regretted purchases of my entire career on YouTube. I still don't really understand why I bought this. I thought we were going to get into a much worse GPU situation than we did back in the mining days. So yeah, I thought this was going to be the answer to my prayers as an emergency stopgap. But as with any fad...
Did you buy two of them?
No. It does smell like it's burnt. That definitely smells burnt. But it's virgin territory. Oh dear. What a great piece of kit. Yeah.
How much was it?
I'm not going to say how much it was because it was just, I paid way too much for this. I'm pretty sure, well, from memory, I think I paid £110, like £109.99. I think. I'll be honest with you, I probably tried to blank it out from my memory. Because it's one of those, yeah, slightly regrettable things. So, right, I need my screen over here somewhere. Let's make that a bit smaller so I can actually see it. Okay, that's fine. Okay,
Bang!
I haven't turned on the power supply yet.
Bang!
We've got power. If I go to HDMI input, in theory...
£110, that's £100 too much.
No, no. Hopefully we should get an output. I'm crossing fingers. Way! New CPU has been installed. Press Y to reset the FTPM. I will. No, tell you what, if I turn the keyboard on, that'll make it even easier to do. I'm pressing Y, you bastard. Okay. Right. Checking the batteries. I am all fingers and thumbs today. Right, let's see if... That should be working. I'm sure I've got the right USB thing for it. That is on.
Can't you see the mouse moving around?
No, because it's not on. They don't have it in that setup.
Surely you must have used it in the last one.
Actually, let's see if I can put that up that way. Well, we know it's got a display, but we know that the USBs might not work, so let's see if that is... Just trying to get the PC upright.
Why does it say corrupted?
Oh. It is definitely on. I wonder if I left the batteries on. Let's try some new batteries in the... put some new batteries in the keyboard just to be on the safe side. Have you plugged it into the HDMI port? Oh, you haven't, no. Kath? Oh no. I just realised I'm in charge of batteries now. I knew that Kath was like pleased with something.
What then?
Yeah, because you're like, yes, I don't have to get out the batteries. Right, here's my makeshift battery box
People put them back neatly, but they just chuck it anywhere.
with all my BIOS batteries. I suppose I should check the BIOS battery. There's a very rare battery actually. A Duracell quadruple A battery. Very, very rare. I haven't got many double A's actually. I need to buy some double A's.
Why don't you just use a decent keyboard that's not wireless?
Because I haven't got one. Then I need to get a mouse as well, and then I've got multiple mice on my desk. Which way round does this go? Oh, maybe I had the batteries in the wrong way. Let's see, does that work?
I'm like an old person.
Yay! I think that worked.
Well, you got the batteries around the wrong way.
No.
Oh, bless you.
Like an old person? What are you on about? I am an old person.
I'm my old.
Right, that appears to be rebooting.
Where you wear your glasses on the end of your nose, old.
Yeah. Is that rebooting? Oh, it's stuck on something.
David Underhill says rare. My local supermarket always stock them.
Right, it appears that this has stopped on 2 LEDs.
There's no signal. I don't know if that's coming up on everyone.
Yeah, it's coming up on mine.
It was there before.
Okay, so looking at the motherboard, we have got 2 LEDs illuminated, which actually, let me put that back down where it was. Oh god, that's heavy. And yeah, we've got 2 LEDs there, which I don't know what they are. So let's get out the magnification of glasses.
Should I get you some glasses to wear on the end of your nose that are magnifying ones?
Yeah. Right, VGA and boot lit up at the same time. How does that even happen? Right, I think is that the power button? Yeah, that's the power button. Right, let's just make sure that the graphics card is kind of in. We'll try that again and see if it manages to get through the... So CPU LED, it's gone straight to... Yeah, that's gone into boot. I think that graphics card is fucked. That is a technical term. So go back.
Should we be seeing it on the screen now? Or?
Yeah, there you go. So it has detected all the RAM, excellent. And it's detected the storage, excellent. And please enter setup to recover the BIOS settings. So let's do that. Press F1, be lucky. Function and F1. Ooh, okay. Oh, what is that? Why is that flickering? Actually, I wonder if it's... No, it's not. It can't be the cable because it's a brand new cable. Okay. Oh, right. I wonder if it is. Let's turn off that one. I'm just testing a theory now, if it's got too much bandwidth. So I've turned off that one. So let's try in another HDMI port. I'll try an HDMI 4, bear with me. Camlink Pro, HDMI 4. Oh, come on. Now I'm disappearing on there. That's the main one. Right, I'm going to delete that. That's HDMI 2. HDMI 3. HDMI 4. Let's try HDMI 1. Right, I'm going to plug it into that other port. I hate computers. Right, HDMI 1. Deactivate. Activate. Right, let's reboot the computer again. And see if we get an output. Is it plugged in, lol? That's a very good question. Well, I'm getting VGA errors on this, so I'm going to turn the...
Turn it off and back on again.
Yeah. Let's turn it off. And I'm going to take out this shoddy card. And I'm going to do what all the best engineers do. I'll put in something else. No, yeah. I'm actually going to use some service oil. So this stuff is actually very good.
Is it better than spittle?
This is the Contact 10 Super. It's more powerful than man's spittle. And all we do is just give the connector a little bit of a blow. Let's see. No, it's a GT1030. It wishes it was powered.
Try the card in another slot.
So this is effectively electrical contact cleaner, but it's also a lubricant as well. Switch lubricant. It's very good.
Will it put hair on your chest?
It'll put flames on your chest if you actually set fire to it, which I would recommend not doing. And I just wonder if some of these contacts may have got corroded over the years of it just being sat on the shelf doing about the same as what our Makita vacuum used to do, which was basically next to coal. If this works, I'll be genuinely impressed with myself.
Let's have a Greek wedding with it.
Let's have a Greek wedding.
Smash it up.
Let's see if we've got an HDMI feed now.
What's the contact cleaner?
Serviceol Contact 10. Right, I've got no lights on the board. HDMI 2 is me, HDMI 3 is that, so let's try HDMI 1 multi-view. Deactivate, activate.
Maybe it's got COVID.
It might have.
Go from the engine oil they tested for it, remember?
Yeah. Right, let's try another port. Right, let's try HDMI number 3. Technical issues. Hey, there we go. That works perfectly. Fan Dabby Dozy. Right, so it's booted into Windows now. Well, that's great. So, oh, I'm trying to right click and I'm not actually in the desktop. Right. Yay, the mouse moves. Do you want to install that? No, I really don't. And resolution wise, let's change the display settings. I think that's 4K. Because I'll be damned if I can see the sod. I can't even see where it says display. Oh yes, at the top of it. Display.
At the top, Babs.
Where's the scaling? Jeez, man. Where's the resolution?
Display resolution down a bit.
Is that because it... Oh, I don't think it's loaded the drivers, has it? There we go. Now we should... Yes. It's trying to install the drivers, so let's do some...
Well, a few years ago, you'd have seen that, or if it was at the top of the garden.
Right.
Back in the days when you could read the number plate on airplanes.
There we go. I can see that now. Awesome stuff. Right. That's much better. Right click on the desktop, Mike. Yeah, the thing is, it was waiting for the driver to be installed, so it was in the Windows like generic drive. Oh, stop it! It's going all crazy on me. Right, I think it's working now. So time and date, they look to be okay. Oh, for fuck's sakes. See, I think that might be an Elgato problem. I'm pretty sure it is. So this isn't going to be a great
Why don't you
idea.
just use the other card?
I will try.
You know, you're only using this one because you know it works. Lol.
Right, let's persuade it to shut down. I like the little button, that's cool. Thanks, Andy. Little things, please, little minds.
Bang!
Oh, for fuck's sake, would you stop doing that? Right, let's take that piece of detritus out. Or detritus. Let's see if it makes any difference with this bad boy. If it even works. Like I said, I don't know if this works.
It's actual bin week this week.
It is bin week this week, yeah. Better juice it up.
Should we get a IKEA hammer out on it?
What, on the 1030?
Yeah, just for the lols.
If we get enough super chats, I will take a hammer to the GTX 1030. I will actually waste it. Even as criminal as that is. We don't know if it is that. It might. I think it might be the Elgato card. I do need to replace it, really. With stupid, I have got another replacement ready to go. Right, let's go back to... actually, before I do that... Yeah, actually, I'm going to have to do that. So I'll go back to this screen here. Let's add in another source. Hi, Dave. Oh, your tail's right in the way. Get out of the way. Let's have a video capture device, and we'll do add existing main. Wait, there we go. Let's make me a bit smaller. I'll chuck myself over here so you can actually see that I am here. Hi. So let's turn the PC on. It's lit up. There's no magic smoke come out of it so far. Tough.
That's Dave. Cat. Call him.
Right. Hello, Dave.
Might need him scream earlier. He's a bit of a screamer, is Dave.
Right, it looks to me as if that isn't flickering or do it. Oh shit, wrong keyboard again.
Come here, Dave. Come on. Don't be shy.
Display settings. Oh, we've got to wait for the driver, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone back to 1080p. Excellent. That's what I
I'm going
wanted.
to say hello. Ooh, I got you. Is he on there?
Yeah, just about.
Where?
Okay, so that looks like it's working. That is a good start. Right, okay. Let's see. Right, I know what I'm going to do. Let's try something first of all. I'm going to see if this actually works or not. So we go to Mike's Unboxing. GitHub.
Chicken box?
Oh, for God's
Some
sakes.
food down there, Dave. Lots of food.
Let's see if I can find the GitHub. No, not that one.
Hey, Rooties.
Not that one.
Do you want to come and say hello?
Oh, I know what I've got to do. Let's try it again. So, GitHub / Mike's Unboxing. There is a thing.
There's Oots.
Right, let's try again. There. It does exist. Just being stupid. So this is where the pre-BOSH check is. And how you can find out about it. And also where you can run the code from if you can't get onto our Discord. So you can go to there. And we'll highlight that block, which is not easy to do without a mouse. And we'll do copy. And then we want PowerShell. And run as administrator. And then we can Control V, paste that in there, and see if this actually works. It has been broken, but it looks like it's working. Well, it's not doing the resizing thing properly. So there we go, there's a pre-BOSH check, so all the information. So BOSH revision is 3035. So that's from 2004. So the BOSH needs updating. Partition styles fine, Windows Update is up to date, Secure Boot is enabled. Encryption, so it's actually got the new hardware certificate for 2023, but the Windows OS has not been started. So again, this is a very useful thing now. So what I've added in is, oh god, scroll too far. So do you want to report to desktop? No, we don't. Search for BOSH drivers? No. Oh, execution, it's supposed to ask if I want to update the BOSH. Or to manually start the thing, but it somehow it hasn't done that. Oh well, what the hell? That's fine. But I know I need to do that, so that is fine. That is working. So I think the next thing to do is to get some. I wonder if Unigine Heaven's on there. Don't actually. Let's see if it is Unigine Heaven. No, doesn't appear to be. So let's get some Unigine Heaven on the go. Just to test the graphics card. Now we're here.
David, don't type on the keyboard, baby.
We probably could do Superposition actually. That's a little bit more modern.
Oh, is this instead of Dave Aiken's kitchen?
Yeah. No, we'll see Dave's kitchen in a minute. And let's get Cinebench is not installed either. So let's go to the Microsoft Store. Oh, for God's sakes, yeah, go on, update now, do whatever you like. Do whatever you like.
Put some hairspray on while you're waiting.
Yeah. That was a waste of spray, wasn't it? God, wrong keyboard.
Dave, it's really hard when you sit there.
Oh. Oh, go away.
Manuel?
I am. Where is Cinebench? Come on. That isn't the new Cinebench logo, is it? That looks very wrong.
Can you put a link for Discord?
Yeah.
Jay Gordon got a Windows Pro license for £2.79 yesterday.
Hey, nice one. So is that the new Cinebench now? Can you not get the old one? Alright. Isn't that a massive download though? Nearly 3 gigs, Jesus. Okay, let's let it do its thing. Let's go to our downloads bucket. Oh, typical, my head's right in the way.
Better ask Dave clicking the heart button. No, it's not Dave.
Oh, I'm moving them wrong.
Someone's clicking the heart button continuously.
Not me.
Thought it was Dave. It's not Dave.
This PC feels quite slow. Yes, whatever.
Why not go to Cinebench website?
Yeah. Well, I used to always just get it from Windows Store because it was easier than typing in stuff.
Easy
Or finding it.
though, is it?
Not necessarily.
Convenience has got us in this state. Oh, it's Flamey. Come on, Flamo. Do you want to go out, Otis?
Had a lump of something in her tea then.
It's like Dave dropped a worm in there. Or a slug.
Nice. Well, the PC seems to be working anyway. That's a good sign. It probably needs a bunch of drivers, actually, saying that. Finish. I suppose we could launch it.
The Microsoft Store only offers app versions that have been modified in a not very great way.
I have to put myself down there. I don't know if this is going to be HDMI 3. Yeah, I'm going to have to kill the volume, aren't I? Thanks, Rasher. Rasher sent 5 Mics Unboxing reviews now to gift memberships. One to the Wolfman himself, one to Rem5215, one to John84, one to Big Philly Style 87, and one to News Radio, or N2 News Radio, however you pronounce that. Thank you, Rasher. Much appreciated, sir. That's right, leave that off now.
This one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll leave it on for now.
Right, should we do 1080p medium? Should we just run it as it is?
Sorry, Dave. Well, really, you should be apologising to me.
Oh, fuck's sake. Having 3 keyboards to get on the go is not great. Alright, that's killed it straight away. Oh no, that's alright. Let's see if this works. Well, actually, while I do that, let's adjust my my little screen down there. think I've got to press the Alt button. There we go, I can squeeze that in a little bit. I'll stick myself back over there somewhere. Oh. Right, looks like it's running. I can hear a little bit of coil whine. Now, bear in mind, this is only a 550 watt power supply, which is probably not going to give this thing the juice that it needs. But what we see in here, I can't see the utilization. Because I've clicked in the wrong place, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of coil whine. Not enough to make me concerned, really. Fans don't seem to be ramping up very much. Very quiet. Alejandro's been timed out by David Underhill. What was that for? I didn't.
Might have been an accident. We've had that before, haven't we? He's put a thing to you.
Who has?
Alejandro.
Why don't you take the idea of having a USB prepared with all the programs you need but portable? Could save a lot of time. I know, but I don't do it often enough, really. I should have, to be honest, but I don't. Yes, I agree, I should have that.
That's pushing that heart button, I think.
Ah, there we go. Whoever is pressing the heart button, please cease and desist. You can do it occasionally. Just don't bop the bejesus out of it. Right, so I have to turn it off. Can you hear the coil whine? It's not too bad.
Somebody did say in the comments, wait for the coil whine.
I have no idea what this is supposed to score. Actually, saying that, no, I think I have tested this card. It's coming back to me slowly. I think I did test it. Lead Farmer's got tinnitus, so no. Christ, how long does this thing take? Well, there's no dreaded little bits of
You do the math.
shizzle on the screen. Seems to be warming up a bit now, but I'm not sure if it's the PC or the is the power supply. The power supply is complaining now, or is it the CPU? Yeah, no, it's the power supply is getting upset now. So that's 19,745 points. Is that reasonable? I don't know. Let's. Oh, fuck's sake! Wrong mouse again. Right, I don't want to move that. I just want to click on the damn thing. Let's see. What did I say it was? Was it 19,000? Oh, it's behind now, isn't it? 19. Right, okay. I'll tell you what, this is really hard to do windowed in windowed. We've got a window in a window in a window. So let's say 20,000 for our... Oh, where's the bloody results? Shithead. There, it's on the other tab. Right, let's go down to probably the 4th page, maybe. Oh, a bit further than 4th page.
Use 3D Mark.
Yeah, but then I got to log in with Steam and everything, haven't I? And that is a ache in the buttocks. Oh, actually, that's 1080p extreme. We weren't even doing extreme, were we? What were we doing? 1080p high? 1080p medium, right.
Search.
1080p medium.
You used medium settings, not extreme.
Yeah, I just changed it now. Oh, God. It's much worse. Right. Oh. My stupid picture's in the way again. Right. Let's 7600 XT. Enter. How can there be no results? You've got to type it all in, have you? Radeon RX 7600 XT. Oh, I don't like this. And I can't see what is there because I've literally got my face in front of it all. Oh, this sucks. I'd give up. Where's my mouse? Right. Oh shit, wrong screen. I'm going to give myself an aneurysm in a minute doing this shit. Right. Okay. Click elsewhere. When I was thinking about doing this as a stream, I thought it was a good idea. But then I realised after that it's probably not. So AMD, how do you actually... Oh, you've got to do the whole thing. So... There must be an easier way, surely. So Gigabyte Radeon RX 7600. Oh, too many notes. XT. Not gonna find it. Right, am I being stupid here or what?
Stop devaluing yourself.
Space after RX. Yeah, I've got a space there. Oh, there shouldn't be a space, or? They all look like they got spaces, but that is bringing up a few more, I think.
Space after RX. You did that.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Bench test some stuff on the stream, that'd be fun. Oh, I've got my thumb on the space bar. Oh, sorry, let's just try that. Right. So 6700 gets about 20,000 points, so that's like within spitting distance. That'll do. Oh, what? Just type in... Okay, I'll try that. Oh, shit. So just type in RX... Right, okay. RX space 7600. Well, that's not really helped me. Why is it not doing it?
Enter.
Yeah, but it should bring it up, shouldn't it? I'm entering.
I think just go back to the original one.
That'll be fine. Right. We'll assume it's working, because if it's not far off the 6700 XT, that's fine. So that's working. It didn't crash, it works. I would have to put it on a much longer loop anyway, so that's fine. How do I get rid of that?
IKEA hammer time.
Right, close that window. Right, superposition, I think we can safely assume that that is working. So the next one's going to be Cinebench. I've not seen the new Cinebench because I'm not really kind of interested in it. I like the R23 because I know where I stand with that. Come on. Hello? McFly. It says installed. Why was it opening, or is it just loading in the background? Does it take ages to fire up? Or did it just give up? I think it's just given up. It doesn't like what I've been doing, I think. Let's try Cinebench. Let's do run as administrator. You never know. Nope. That to me looks like it's crashing straight away. Right, I'm going to reboot. Let's restart. Oh dear. I thought this was going to be straightforward. I'll do it with a 1030. Oh, nobody benched it on medium. Right, okay, so it only shows the results with the same setup if it's there. Okay. I thought it might do the whole thing. Oh, actually, I know what I haven't done. Oh, crap. A new device has been something or other, which I can't see because I've put my face in the way again.
Dutch Jam says there are 2 Cinebench sites, maxon.net and cinebench.net.
A new device has been found and components needs to be updated. VGA controller. Okay. Alright, thanks, Kath. Your hardware settings have changed. Okay, whatever. Let's try Cinebench again. So I'm guessing now the new Cinebench app does the CPU and the GPU. Well, it doesn't seem to want to do either on this setup. Right, I'm confused. Does this need some Windows updates or something?
Pips, you gonna come and say hello first?
Let's have a look. Where's update system?
It's Pippi.
I forgot this is Windows 10, isn't it? Has that stopped working now? Yeah, I can't type anything. No, that's working.
Sugar thinks it's because you're using Windows 10.
It might be. Let's have a look into. To be honest, I'm struggling to find my way around this Windows 10. It's been a while. Ah, yes. It looks like we've got no PCI devices, unknown devices. Yeah, I think I need some AMD drivers on here, which makes sense. AMD drivers. Yeah, whatever. Download Windows drivers.
Come on, Otis.
Oh, let's let it do its thing. Oh yeah, looks like it does. It's found the processor. Yeah, it wants all that. Let's see if it's going to try and install the AI nonsense. Right. Let's do a custom install. Okay. Let's let it do its thing. Time for Linux, Mike. No. Elgato says I could use with a good shot of adrenaline. Yeah, I could. Excuse me. Come on. You can do it. Linux sucks, says the letter. I'm not going to say whether it sucks or not, but I'm not convinced. Put it that way. Where is my battery tester? I thought I had a battery tester in there. I don't. I lied. It's on top of my desk. Everything's in the right kerfuffle at the moment. Oh. I thought that had rebooted itself then. No, battery's good. Battery's good. I'll stick them back in there. Oh look, a restart is required. Who'd have thought it? Don't keep Windows up. Oh, wrong bloody mouse. Don't keep Windows software up to date. But we will restart now, I suppose. Give it a fighting chance. Alejandro says, do you think the issue with Cinebench is the chipset drivers that don't allow to boot? Possibly. Hey Dave. Is that me or did that reboot really quickly? Or what? Oh, wrong keyboard again. Right, AMD. Oh, now it's installing the chipset drivers. What the hell? AMD software extensions. What are they then? Oh dear. Cancel your one now. No, you can shove it. Right. It's doing the chipset drivers. Let's let it do the chipset drivers. Greg says, what a frigging day this has been. Spent a couple of hours trying to get an old brother printer that I fixed for £2 on the network. Then AM5 system decided to use monitor speakers rather than speakers. The Empire strips back. Nice. Right, up to date, up to date. Cool. So is that done? Or is it still thinking?
Okay, what is that?
I'm guessing that's done.
I'm taking your blue roll, okay?
Yeah.
Put it on my desk already.
Right, let's see if Cinebench runs now. Yeah. Looks like it is installing... Oh, it gets to the point where it says installing plugins. And then stops. Restart. Let's do another restart. Actually, I wonder if... I know the tool said earlier that there wasn't any Windows updates, but I find that hard to believe. Update and security. Let's do check for updates. I bet it's going to flood the thing with bloody updates. Even though it's Windows 10, so in theory it might not. I could hear a cat. Ooh, Windows 11 version 23H2 is ready and it's free. Whoa! Right, it's done a cumulative update. Ugh. Do I want to do a cumulative update? That's an amazing looking picture on that desktop. Yeah, one of the, I can't think what they call it. What's the, when there's a group of little islands all joined together? Can't think what it's called. That must be very scary, because it looks like there's people that live there. There's like huts and boats and stuff. But with climate change, wink wink, you'd think that would have been disappeared by now.
You think it's a bit of a curvature?
I would imagine it would be hard for Amazon deliverers to get there, to be fair.
Depends how far they can kick them.
That looks like it might be just off of Weston-super-Mare.
Ireland in the distance.
I don't think it is. That's the one. I can't pronounce that, David. Archipelago? Something or other? I don't know. High pollen tomorrow, apparently. What we do? May say to upgrade to Windows 11. Yeah. Still downloading. Right, I'm not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to restart again. I'm going to turn on XMP as well. So I've not tried that yet. That's a bit exciting, isn't it? More important question, do local curry places deliver there? Yeah. John says, I don't know how to spell it. Yeah, I don't really. Archipelago. Group of islands. Okay. Right, BIOS. It does actually need a BIOS update as well. Let's do enabled. I think that's all I'm going to do. Just going to do save and exit with XMP. What could possibly go wrong? It'll be fine. And relax. It should do memory training for a little bit now. Fair play to the old GameMax 550 watt gold rated ARGB power supply though, for powering through with the 7600 XT in full flow. Archipelago, that is how you spell it. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I don't want an upgrade right now. I'll do it later. Not really, just joking. Right, let's see if Cinebench works now. Initializing plugins 100% and it dies. Someone please Google that for me. I'm really losing the will to flip and live now. Right, let's get Cinebench R23. I know where I stand with that. Yeah, most searched for. Cinebench.net. Tap download to start. No, I refuse to do it. And I'm not clicking on that either. Get 20. Yes, that's it. Oh my god, what's with all this nonsense? This is so friggin' hard to actually do anything. R23, Windows, download. Boom. There we go. You need ad block. I need something. I need a brain block. Cinebench Valley as well. Phil says, all advertising I've been subject to lately is pushing gambling, prescription drugs, and violent games.
And Tai Chi walking.
Yeah, and Tai Chi walking, yeah. Lead Farmer says, I'm rolling my mental block. Good on you. I say, I could do some weed right now myself. Why did I put my flipping head there? Right, let's move me down a little bit there. But I can't be too distracting to my own stuff.
I never want to smoke weed again, ever.
I think I wouldn't mind if there's like a nice hot warm summer's day, nothing to do.
I get too paranoid.
Yeah, I think I
The
would.
last couple of times I've done it, it's just been like, wish I'd never done that. So I don't really want to ever do it again.
Skystalker says, oh, I like violent video games. The rest I can live without. Brilliant. Christ, that's taking a long time to extract. Let's see what's going on with the stream stats. Stream stats going okay? Yes, stream stats is going okay. Good, good, good.
And you actually put a link in.
Benchmark unigine.com Valley. Don't think I've ever run Valley, ever. Thank you, Andy. The mighty 7500F powering through the extraction there. Right, Cinebench. Let's close that and close that. Is that not running either? Oh, now it is. Okay. Where are we? Advanced benchmark and preferences. And I think we'll just do a 5-minute loop. That should be enough with the air cooler just to get it up to temp. Oh, that's what I need. I haven't got hardware monitor. At least I don't think I have. Hardware monitor. Oh, go away with your bloody things everywhere. Shit. The internet is just horrendous, isn't it, these days? Just like pop-up after pop-up after pop-up.
After bloody emailing you codes after emailing you codes after emailing you
Yeah.
codes. It's put me off even bloody using any of it now. Doing my head in.
Well, so far, the noisiest thing on this computer is actually the power supply fan, which is horrendous. Do I want to see a readme text? No, of course I bloody don't. Are you insane? Are you mad? What's that from? Oh, that's from bottom, isn't it?
I thought you were doing Danny Dyer.
I've come to read your meter. Are you mad? From the episode Gasman.
Not the one with the bureau and the blouse. Is it a blouse?
What a smashing
It's
blouse.
not a blouse, is it?
I don't know.
What's he call it? Is it a blouse?
Why is that not scrolling all the way to the top? Am I losing my mind here? Ah, now it wants to go up. Why wouldn't it let me scroll past there? Jesus. I'm struggling tonight, I really am. Right, I don't want to see any of those temperatures because they bore me. I want to see this here. So we're currently idling around about 27 degrees, which is pretty nice. And as per usual, I cannot see that bit. Oh my God. Me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's move me down there. Surely I can't get in the way too much there. Right, let's just run the test. Just run the test. Single multi-core. And we'll see what it comes out with. This should get, I think, about 16,000 points from memory. It's been a long time since I've benchmarked this. Maybe 15,000. 14, 15. Let me know. 7500F. Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah, probably about 15,000, I think. Although there are Windows updates pending as well, so that's going to be messing up the resources in the background. The fan doesn't seem to be doing a great deal. Doesn't seem to be getting very hot. So it's either not pushing it or the fan profile is just whack. Probably is whack. 14614. Okay. Don't think that is too bad. Let's see what we got running here in the background. Oh, we've got some security alerts. Let's dismiss those. Oh, I don't want to do that. I need to plug a mouse in, I really do. Dismiss. Dismiss. App in browser control. Yeah, turn on. Let's do that. We like a bit of browser control. Right, let's run that again. See what we get this time. And also, let's bring up the temps at the same time. So normally they get to about 75C if you're lucky. It should be pushing about 80 something plus watts. So yeah, somewhere, if you can get them up to about 88 watts, that's great. Depends on the silicon, the motherboard, etc. But it seems to be pushing it, yeah, not too bad at all. Around about 84, 85 watts there. Seems to be holding on to that, 86 there. It's not doing too bad. And we haven't tuned it or tweaked it or done anything in the BIOS at all yet. So this is just completely bone stock, which is awesome. So it means there is a little bit on the table still. It's currently all cores at 5050 megahertz. So we could probably get up to 5150, maybe 52 at a push. Whether or not it'd be worth it, I don't know. So yeah, basically the same score. So we've got 14635 that time. We had 14614 last time. So I think that is pretty much within kind of like it's wrong bloody keyboard again. Yeah, go on then. Yeah, good program. Is it OCCT? Because I think I have used that before very briefly, but it says not for professional use or like commercial use, which technically this is. Welly Bob says, Mike, can you test that silver MSI RAM, please? Certainly can do. I'm, oh, what was I about to do? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. I'm just going to quickly check to see how this CPU is performing. So Ryzen 7500F CPU Monkey. CPU Monkey is pretty good if you just want a very basic kind of look to see if your processor is doing roughly what it should do. Excuse me. And typically I've put myself in the dumb place again. Where's your mouse there? Don't move the whole screen. Oh, looks like I already have moved the whole screen. What am I moving there? I have no idea. Flipping hell. Right, let's move down. And now we can see where we are. So you can scroll down through, got Cinebench. Oh, there's a 2026 version. That must be the very latest one then. Clearly, because it's 2020. It's not as very new, isn't it? Cinebench 2026. That must have only just come out.
It's nearly Christmas.
Yeah.
We're quarter of the way through the year now.
Right, so there we have our Ryzen 5 7500F. So you've got single and also multi-core. So multi-core should be getting somewhere around 14,000 and change points. So we're getting the upper part of that, so we're getting an extra 600 points. So that means that the processor is doing quite well, comparatively. I find that CPU Monkey generally tends to err on the side of more performant processors. So sometimes you can check it and it's like, wow, that seems a lot better than mine. But I think it kind of accumulates the average data over lots of tries. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's doing better than what is intended. So fantastico. Right, let's close down hardware monitor, and we'll close down Cinebench, and we'll close down all this other guff. And let's restart the computer. So we'll do update and shut down, just to get that update out of the buffer. User says, I think your CB score is decent. Yeah, I think it's pretty okay. OC base. Okay. I will have a look into that. Alejandro, thank you. Oh, delete. So now I'm going to swap the RAM over, but in order to do that, I need to go into the BIOS first. And really, you should turn off XMP, so that the next time it boots, XMP won't be enabled, so you can go in and then re-enable it. Otherwise, you can get problems with it, well, basically just not working properly. So we'll do save and exit. And then when that's rebooting, we will turn things off, or just turn power off. There we go, that's close enough. We know this RAM works anyway, so I can probably safely put this away. Thank you to the person who I bought this off. You know who you are. And thank you to Willy Bob. Oh, and the other person as well. Andy Archer. Where did I put the RAM?
Right.
Ah, I put it over here, didn't I?
Just anywhere.
Yeah. I put it on the carpet.
We can't afford carpet.
Yeah. I don't like the way that DDR5, the notch is so close to the middle. Like, it used to be so the notch was like really helpful, so you could know which way round it goes. Almost every time I turn on a computer these days, I like, or install RAM rather, I have to do something like that, and like, now look. Oh. Lost the display there. Power on. We'll mash the delete key anyway, just to see. Currently it's stuck on the CPU light by the look of it. Oh, CPU. Back to RAM. I think it's going to boot. Wait. Well, it appears to work. At least as far as we can tell. Let's go to see if we can enable any XMP. Ooh. No, get out of here. That doesn't sound right. Okay, so it's DDR5 5600 at CL32. That's not too shabby. It is only 16 gigs, so let's not start having a circle jerk quite yet, but that's pretty awesome. I would have never expected that in a million years. I was expecting it to be super generic, like 4800 or even lower. That's not bad. Yeah, user JR DDR5XF. I take my comment back about the green PCB RAM. Yeah, that RAM's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Well, given obviously where we are in the market, etc. The reality is, yeah, it's still not great. In an ideal world, you want 6,000 mega transfer CL30 or less if you can. But yeah, no, gift horse and mouth come to mind definitely. Andy says barcode towards CPU. Yes, you're right. Actually, it has. Yeah. Hello? The Windows update was on the first reboot of the... Yeah, and I went into the BIOS. That's why it was still in the shutdown process. My brain today. There's been way too much going through my head, I think, over the last few days. And I think I've just come to the point now where my brain's just fried.
Stop devaluing yourself.
I'm not devaluing myself, I'm just being factual. My brain has had enough.
It's giving you a reason, isn't it? It's telling you to slow down.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
If you want to be ill, carry on.
Okay, I'll slow down. Hey, we have a Windows desktop, so that appears to work. So we might as well, being as we're in the vicinity, and being that we've just done it already, just to see how much impact the RAM timings and quantity have on Cinebench, we will open up the same programs. So I'm going to open up Hardware Monitor. We'll have that running in the background, so we can monitor hardware. Why is it called Hardware Monitor when it should be called Monitor Hardware? Where are we? Let's see. CPU. Why is it doing that bizarre thing again where it won't scroll up past a certain point with the trackpad? Right, there we go. So let's go into now Cinebench. Not that Cinebench, the other Cinebench. Oh, what have I got? Cinebench R23 in downloads. That's what we want. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's not a program. It's an exe sort of thing. So it just runs. It doesn't install. Okay, right. We'll just run exactly the same test, I think, and see what kind of numbers we get, and see if there's much difference. You might get a little bit more temperature out of the processor, possibly because XMP or Expo is pushing it a little bit harder for the memory controller, because the timings are tighter, but it shouldn't be enough to make a great deal of difference. And we're 86, 87 watts. Looks like we're roughly the same in terms of the cores, still 50-50. Well, 50-50, 49. It always seems to under-report for some reason. Danmar 007, 25 Canadian dollars, thank you very much. It says, here's my note for being late, sir. That is very kind of you.
Oh,
thank you. Hello?
Didn't
do a thing. Gaff's doing it. And also there's Glenn as well. Coming in with a 420 blazing. Thank you.
Does that Glenn have his own lights?
Glenn can have the lights.
Sorry, I was just reading an article about Very interesting. So you don't want to have a light on, no?
No, just that one's fine, thank you. Thank you both very much. Much appreciated. Did that? Oh, I know why it didn't come up on there, did it? There. You can see that now. Danmar. 25 Canadian dollars. Thank you, sir.
Oh.
And there we go. There's Glenn. It's 420 Super Chat. Thank you. 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 Okay, so score-wise, we got basically about 120 less. Now, it could be because Windows is only just loaded up, and we did go into it a little bit quicker. So we'll just quickly run it again. No, we won't, because I'm clicking on the wrong button again. We'll click on there and give it another run. If it will run. There we go. Oh, there's another super chat from our good pal O'Reilly. Thank you, O'Reilly. £20. Is Mike a silly bench tonight? I know I am. Sniffing the spice in June and lazing in the sands of Arrakis. Very nice. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Poor O'Reilly's had a rough weekend with work and stuff.
Not easy being an AI bot.
It isn't easy being a bot. Let's see how this turns out. Thank you very much. Let's clear that out. Let's see if we get any better. Running Cinebench a couple of times is always a good idea, just to kind of get a validation of what it is you're actually seeing, because you never know what background processes are going to be running. Yeah, there we go. So Windows background tasks have settled down, and now we've got basically the same again. So 14.630, we had a 14.614, and we had a 14.66 something. So yeah, we're within kind of margin of error territory. The RAM doesn't appear to have had any effect in terms of Cinebench, which it shouldn't do really, because it is more of a memory intensive program. So yeah, we wouldn't really expect to see any kind of major changes there. RAM speeds with Cinebench, unless it's dramatically different, they don't really matter. And temperatures again run about 70 degrees, which is bang on what we should be, hitting about 88 watts. Awesome. There's another super chat from Rasher. Oh, I've got the wrong keyboard again. Thank you, Rasher. Thank you so much. 20 euros. So some idiot just threw milk at me. How dare he? Oh dear. The dad jokes just get better and better. That's good. User Jeff says, how about Superposition? We could try that again. We might need to now, actually, now that we've got actual drivers installed. I don't know what it was trying to use previously. Wrong keyboard again. So let's go to Superposition. I suppose really we should change the preset, shouldn't we, to make it a better test. I know we didn't previously, so let me know in the chat. Should I leave it as it is to compare like for like, or should I change it to put more stress on the system? Let me know. I will wait, eagerly awaiting your chat responses before I press any button. User says the same. Rick says, Mike, who closes the door after the bus driver gets off? Yeah, good point. I have actually seen them do that. There is actually a key they use on the outside. Or they just leave it open. Alejandro says more stress. Okay, well I think what I should do is I should run the benchmark as is with the same preset to start with, and then after we can make some changes just to give the card a little bit of more punishment if the power supply will take it. It may not, I don't know. I'm going to put myself over here. So let's do run. I will run this, and whilst I'm running this, I'm going to go off to the little boy's room and have a quick wee. And hopefully this will work. I'll just take off my microphone. Bear with me. And if you need anything, ask Kath. I'm back. Is that the sound of the PSU? Right. I'll give you a sound of the GPU. Not too bad, really. The power supply. Just put that on the. Oh, actually, I've got to put it up for the belly. Scared Sky, usual sleep. This is taking ages. Didn't take this long last time, did it? I think we're getting around about the same FPS as well, about 140, 150-ish. Yeah, so basically within spitting distance of the last score, wasn't it? What did we get last time? I think we got 19.7. So yeah, we're definitely within margin of error. Of course, we have done a Windows update in between that as well. Potentially there's other background tasks going now as well, possibly. So yeah, it's basically the same. And no one else has done that test, so it's kind of pointless even looking at that. So let's go, oh, wrong keyboard. Let's go back. And now we will give it some absolute grief with, let's give it some 4K optimized. Should we try that? I have no idea what this is going to do, if indeed it will do anything. Is that even starting? No, I don't think it likes that because we're not actually at that resolution. So let's try 1080p Extreme. Extreme. Why is it not letting me do that? Oh, where's the start button? Is the start button off the screen here or something? Why is it not showing like full screen as well? Or a way to kind of make it smaller or bigger? Because I'm sure we're supposed to run full screen, isn't it? Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for, the run button. I knew it was in there somewhere. This display capture is not great. Let's see. So, I don't know if there's going to be much difference at all, really, going from 1080p medium to extreme. Hello? Senrab? Worried my riser cable not working. How do I check speed of riser PCIe 4.0? GPU Z just says interface PCIe 16x4 at 16x4. That's fine. Yeah, if it says, if GPU Z recognizes that, then it should be doing the right thing. Little bit more coil whine this time. Again, I don't think. Yeah, FPS is the same as about 140, 150, so I don't think we are actually bottlenecked by the graphics card. I think it's the power going to the graphics card. I think it could probably go more. Oh, someone, Willy Bob says I'm running medium again, am I? Alright, escape. Escape from Alcatraz. I could have sworn I set it to, oh, medium, yeah. Why did I? Oh shit, that's the wrong bloody mouse. Oh dear. Right. Extreme. And run. Yeah? Run. Thanks for noticing, Randy Bob. I would have never have seen that. Until we got to the very end. I can hear some fans ramping up already on the graphics card. This may kill it. Although, Doesn't seem to be, does it? The fans are actually... Oh, they're starting to generate a bit of heat now. Not getting the coil whine though. Or less coil whine. Now that is the thing with coil whine. Coil whine generally is because of oscillation. So the frequencies that are going through, the electrical frequencies in hertz or gigahertz or whatever, going through the electrical circuitry is vibrating parts. And sometimes that can resonate, so you hear it. Sometimes it doesn't, so you don't hear it. Quite often as well, if you are running at higher FPS, you'll hear more coil whine. And especially if you're like ultra high frequencies, so if you're doing sort of 400 FPS or higher, you're almost guaranteed to hear coil whine from your graphics card to some extent, just because of the frequency that it's pushing. It's not necessarily a power thing, it's more a frequency thing. But the whining seems to have gone, and the fans don't seem to be doing a lot at all. So I'm concerned that this isn't pulling as much power as it possibly could. Actually, oh no. I was going to bring up the hardware monitor, but that will mess up the benchmark, I think. But we're down to like 50 FPS, 40 FPS. It is starting to heat up now, but I think it's more the power supply. Yeah, power supply is getting properly hot. FPS looks about right. Thanks. Where is that noise coming from? Yeah, here's the power supply. The power supply sounds like it's going to take off. I'm not keen on that power supply. I've had it here for so long. It works, so I don't want to throw it out. And it is kind of handy for where it is. And it's also got a nice bit of RGB on it. So that's always a nice look. But, it does sound like it's at the end of its life. I'm not sure what the recommended graphics, what the recommended power supply is for the 7600 XT. I'm going to guess because it uses two connections that it's going to be like 600 watts, which that is only 550. It is a gold, but okay, there's our results in. We've got 6,539 points. It doesn't read the GPU's temperature for some reason though. Let's compare the results online if we possibly can this time. Where's the mouse? So let's try RX 7600 XT with a space or no space. Oh, flip sakes. From what I can see, it doesn't appear that anyone's actually tested it. That's what I assume is going on. If you can't see a listing for it there, does that mean it just hasn't been tested? So what would be a sort of equivalent product, would you say? It's going to be a bit lower down, isn't it?
Did you want a drink, did you say?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
What do you want? Same?
Yeah, please.
I'm going to have hot chocolate. Although you do go to work tomorrow, I've still got to get up early.
Yeah. 7600 XT requires a minimum 650 watt PSU, though high quality 500 to 550 can suffice for low power systems. It is a Game Max PSU. It is a gold rated one, to be fair. But yeah. So 6650 XT would be similar. There's not really a lot of other cards here. So let's go to Page 5, and then what did we get? About 5,600, wasn't it? Let's go to the last one. See what the slowest was. We can't be that far off. Oh, maybe we are. So let's try page 89. We are scraping the barrel right now, aren't we? Ooh, we're getting close. We're getting close. So let's try another couple of jumps. It's a bit crap it doesn't just go straight to like a comparison or similar. 8,000. Oh, we're miles off. I'm not even going to bother. It's basically better than a Core i7 6850K with a GTX 1080 or even a 1060 or even a 1070. It's fine. RX, yeah, 6700 XT. Let's try that. $6,700. Yeah, let's try that as a comparison. Oh, that's the mobile ones, isn't it? What's that one there? Oh, actually, yes. So the 6700 scores a bit more. Although 6,000, yeah, about 1,000 points more. But that's with a Ryzen 7 2700. There's something definitely not quite right here, is there? Sapphire, what's Navi 22? I don't know. It'll be fine. We can argue it works, I think. Would it be fair to say that it works? It hasn't crapped out. It's not overly noisy. The cooler seems to be doing quite a good job, actually. Right, I'm happy with that. So, all the RAM works. We're good. Why can... What's it doing? Is it doing something bizarre with the screen layout or something? It's almost like half of it's cut off, or at least what I can see. Something very strange going on. Ah, there we go. Oh, that seems to be going. Yeah, it keeps on moving the part of the screen off the screen. There we go. Oh, or is it the screen behind? Oh no, it's alright. I know what I've done. Ignore me. It's all fine. We're all good. Well, I can't see. Oh, actually, close on. Was it running twice? Who knows? Right, hang on a second. What is... let's clear that. So live chat isn't that one. Isn't that one. Isn't... Maybe it's that one. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. There's something very strange going on with the way that this is capturing the image. Or at least showing it on my screen. Right, that's snapped to the right. Right, that's perfect now. I can see what's going on. Ashley Striker says, bloody hell, can't even get the Superposition to run. Damn thing crashes. Oh dear. Yeah, I think there was two of the same, and the PC resolution might be wrong as well, actually. Nice. Oh dear. I'm having a fun time tonight. You know what I mean when I say, yeah, it's 1080p, that is working fine. So yeah, we're okay there. GPU, let's have a look at the GPU stats here. So, got up to 74 degrees on the memory, hotspot of 80, global temp of 58, sounds about right, the fans aren't been going much, thank you. Total board power, it did go up to 249 watts. So yeah, I think that is well within the territory of where it's meant to be, because it's a 200 watt card and they often do boost up to 250-ish from what I can tell. So yeah, I think that's fine. Happy days. Yeah, that's all good. Dedicated memory. We only ever used a little bit anyway. So yeah, I think that is absolutely fine. Okay, right, let's go back to the main camera. So we have ascertained, that's a big word, wasn't it? We have ascertained that the board appears to work. It's going to be really hard for me to test the other RAM slots, isn't it? Because I can only realistically use 2. Because I haven't got 4 sticks the same, I don't think. Well, I have. But I'm not opening those because they're brand new. Should I try just a single stick of RAM in each slot and see if that works? I don't know if it will. I think it will do in slot 2, but I think if I put it in any other slot, I don't think it'll work. Not too sure. Don't really need to test any other slots, really, because kind of who's going to put a card into one of these other slots, PCI Express slots? It's kind of unlikely. Although, having said that, I do have a network card which I could try, which is actually not a bad idea. If I can find it, it's in here somewhere. It's got an awful name, which I hate saying. So I'm terrified I'm going to get it wrong. It's one of those career-ending names. So let's see if this works in the PCI Express slots. Are PCI Express slots hot swappable? I'm guessing not. So I'm going to turn it off because I don't think it's worth risking it. Actually, just press that, can't I? That'll turn it off. There we go, it's off. Right, so we've only got 2 PCI Express slots on here, which someone might potentially use one day, I guess. Let's try the top one first of all. I've read a story today, actually. Somebody bought a 10 gig network card from Wavelink, I think it was, and they tried to install the driver, which came on a USB stick with the card, and immediately started giving off virus warnings, which is kind of scary. You'll have to tell me, actually, can you see any network activity lights on that card? I don't even know if there are any, to be fair. I'm assuming it is plug and play. Let's go back to the HDMI output. It is booting up at the moment. I think as long as we can see it in Device Manager, I'm pretty happy with that. David says, no, do not hot swap any PCIe device. Okay. Well, M.2s are technically PCIe. It's booted. That's great. Right click and choose Device Managerio. And network controller is highlighted there. Update driver, search automatically for drivers. Search for updated drivers on Windows Update. Where are we? Advanced options. Where is it in here? Where is the option for doing that? Check for updates.
Maybe.
On Windows 11, there's an option that says, a separate one that says drivers. So I'm sure that should be in here as well. I thought it was in advanced options, but maybe I'm wrong.
You, perhaps.
No, just got delivery optimization there. Okay. So we don't have a plug-in Prey driver for the unnamed thing. Is there? No, there's no USB. I got a feeling I had to get this from their website, but it shows up in Device Manager as being detected that it's there. So I think I will be happy with that. Oh, Alessa's power went out.
She had a storm going on there, didn't she, at the beginning?
Greg says Windows is saying 23H2 is available. That must be an old build. This is actually Windows 10. That's why it's showing the really old builds on there. Oh, I've moved my screen across again. There we go, snap to. Right, okay. Let's, oh, I'm using the wrong mouse again. I don't like working on multiple computers at the same time. It's hard work. Right, shut down. I'll try the card in the other slot just to make sure that it recognises it in the BIOS. I'm pretty sure it's going to. Not in the BIOS, in Windows Device Manager. That's the one thing actually, when I sell a used PC, I normally check all the USB ports to make sure they're all fully functional. But I rarely check all the M.2 and PCI Express slots because most people just generally don't use them anyway. Very few people kind of do an upgrade. Weirdly now it's not booting in that slot. Oh no, it is now. It must have been doing some RAM training stuff. Yeah, GPU fans have kicked in, so yeah, it's gone through. Tough game in. Yep, that looks like it has loaded. Fantastic. Wouldn't it be funny if the driver's loaded for it this time? I can't imagine that happening though. Yeah, there we are. Network controller. So it's fine as a network controller. If it said like unknown device or something, I'd be a bit more concerned, but I think that is absolutely fine. So yeah, I think we can argue those work. And actually, let's get a USB stick.
Is the motherboard used or brand new? It's really strange the things that are happening with the PCI slots.
It is used, like a refurbished. What have I got on here? So Windows 11, right? Got a Windows 11 disk here, or USB. So let's try that in the slots which are available. So yep, and if I just choose to autoplay, which you shouldn't really do, setting disk to autoplay is pretty bad security wise, but it's fine. So we'll eject it and then we'll put it into the other slot. Oh no, wait, that's USB-C. Won't fit in there. Yep, that USB port works.
Ratcher says, don't like working
That
on
one.
more than one PC. Proof that men can't multitask.
Exactamundo.
Men shouldn't multitask. They do tasks properly.
Yeah, we're supposed to do one task properly,
Whereas women just
rather
do
than multiple tasks badly.
Yeah, bad.
That's the last one. Okay, so that's all the USB ports. So now I've got to test the USB Type-Cs. I've got a USB. Oh, bless. This is one of the last things that, well, not one of the last, towards the last things that Ugly Bob ever sent. Bless him.
Glenn's off.
And that works. Cheers, Glenn. Thank you. Off to do some racing. Enjoy the rest of your stream, folks.
I wouldn't have known that was Glenn.
Enjoy. Ooh. I think I was trying to put that into a port that wasn't a USB-C. Oh, that is USB-C.
Actually, them. What would you say is a good price for a 32 gig DDR5?
That's working. 32 gigs of DDR5 now. If you're buying brand new, a good price would be £300 or less. If you're buying on the used market, realistically, it depends. If you're buying it from somewhere like eBay or an auction site or something like that, probably about 200, 220 for 32 gigs. If you're buying it from a friend, I would say probably somewhere closer to like 150, thereabouts, that sort of money. Realistically, like, it depends, like, if you want to sell your RAM for what you bought it for, so you make back your money, then you could arguably sell it for, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 quid. But that seems a bit daft to do that. If you're trying to help someone out, sorry?
I don't know if it's a buying or a selling.
Yeah, if you're, like, realistically, if you're selling RAM at the moment, if you just want to make your money back, then that's easy. You could do that all day long. If you want to make some on it, it depends on, obviously, like, who you're selling it to, how much money you want to make, how much you like that person, etc., etc. There's loads of things that come into it, which are really hard to. If you want to buy it, again, if you're buying it from a friend, like, if you're buying from a friend and they're trying to charge you like 300 quid or something.
So wait a minute. If you've got 32 gigs of DDR4, looking to move.
Oh, DDR4, sorry. Oh, right, yeah.
Sorry, Pops. Oh, what have you done, Poppy Dora?
Poppy's gonna ban us.
Sorry.
So yeah, it was actually striking, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I'll try and delete these.
Yeah, if you've got 32 gigs of DDR4 and you're looking to move, the thing is DDR4 is in a really weird place because people have been so used to it being really cost effective. I would say 32 gigabytes of DDR4, you could probably, well, again, it depends if it's RGB, if it's got fast timings, or if it's like a really unusual set. If it's kind of more generic, like your Crucial or your Corsair Vengeance, that sort of stuff, then yeah, it depends. Like LPX RAM, if it's 32 gigs of that, I would say probably 100 quid, 120 quid. That's probably what it's worth. Steak and potatoes and ghost pepper sauce. Lovely. So yeah, it's Corsair Vengeance. Yeah, Corsair Vengeance LPX 3200. It's probably selling new for about 200, but I would say realistically on the second-hand market, probably about 120, 150 maybe. It's a really difficult one. There's a lot of people that are trying to hold on to their DDR4 systems, and they want 32 gigs of RAM over 2 sticks. So if it's over 2 sticks, like, yeah, it's worth more because you get, well, it's just easier to use 2 sticks than it is to use 4. AM4 and DDR4 are a little bit more forgiving when it comes to using multiple sticks than AM5. So yeah, there's so many variables, it's really hard to say. Reality is, if you were selling that RAM, it should cost you about an extra £100 to go for DDR5, roughly. Mark Gaines, thank you very much, Mark Gaines. You sent 5 Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How-Tos gift memberships. One to Glenn, I think then. One to Pierre, one to Jay or Jazz Smooth. Jazz Smooth, that's a great name. And Alonso Hernandez. I'm rubbish at names. And 6NoSick9513. Thank you, Mark Gaines.
Should we give away some?
We got some to give away as well. Let's do some.
I can get to my keyboard. And Poppy, don't you sit on it this time.
I love this little plug-in board. Thank you, Andy. I do like that. That's really cool.
Still got full stuff on there, haven't you?
I do need to get a AM4 processor. If anyone's got an AM4 processor that they're literally don't want to use, and they're probably never going to use it, and it's like, I don't know, either like a G series, like a 5600G or 5600, or maybe a 3800. I want something which ideally at some point I'm going to be able to use for a purpose. But yeah, ideally a 5600G or a 5600. If anyone's got one knocking around and not using it and they want to sell it, let me know. I will hit you up with some cash. Excuse me.
Read them out.
Right, there we go. There's 5 Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How-Tos. Gift memberships. One to Rashard. Farashad Shetty 106. I'll give up. Libre 095. Predacon. JJJJJ-W1T4V, and Heart 19823. You've all received gift memberships. Oh dear. Lead Farmer says 3 months ago I found a 3900X and a Mobo working for $110. That's awesome. Yeah, that is good. The 3900X was a great processor. I loved my 3900. That was one of my favourite processors ever, I think, on my X570 ASUS Tough Gaming Wi-Fi. Oh, sorry, Tough Gaming wasn't the Wi-Fi version. Yeah. Seen the jump from, I think I went from like a 3600 to a 3900.
I thought you were going to say 36 WD.
And the difference was like astonishing. It was ace. 5600X on eBay, 70 to 80 quid. Yeah, still a bit much really. I might wait until AliExpress sales come around. We'll see. Anyway, so RAM's been tested. PCIe slot's been tested. I suppose I should really test the M.2s as well, just for the sake of thoroughness. So let's quickly turn this off a minute. And I will endeavour, great word, to do that. Back to the main camera. Hello, have you missed me? If you have, you should be aiming better.
Bang!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Got to when you're not aware. Sorry. You're better to alert to when it's going to be now. Just do it when it's not.
Let's put my unknown card there. What do I need? Actually, there's a drive here which I've got no idea what is on it. So that's probably a good donor. So I'm going to just remove the M.2 cover. This cover is massive. It really is massive. It's way too big really for what it needs to be. But it does keep the drives remarkably cool just because of the huge amount of thermal mass there, the entire bar. Fair play to ASUS on that one. They did good. So yeah, I've got no idea what is actually in this, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And it might even just try and boot from it. I don't know if it would. Can't imagine it would. Board's still on, says Viale. Was it? No, it wasn't. Oh, it's powered on, yeah.
Got no signal. Don't know if that's...
Here we go. Come on. There we go. Right, that is booted. And where are we? This PC.
Don't think you've got any life insurance, have you?
So that doesn't appear to have seen that drive. But that does mean it could be just because I cleared it. So let's have a look in disk management. And hopefully we'll see another drive. So there's your C drive, and there is disk 1. So yeah, there it is. It's got a partition on it, but it's not got any data or no drives. So let's delete that. This partition was not created by Windows and may contain... what is them? What was beyond there? I don't even know what I'd have put on there. What would have a 15 gig primary partition but not be visible in Windows? Surely I haven't put Linux on there. I refuse to believe that.
Have you even ever downloaded that?
Might have done. I don't think it would have partitions like that. Right, I'm going to delete that volume. Probably going to regret that in a minute.
Encrypted storage now?
It might be, but I don't remember putting it in my NAS.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You aren't very memorative.
Right, let's delete that partition. And we'll create a new simple volume. Anyway, it's obvious that this works because otherwise it wouldn't let me do anything with it. So there we go. There is our new volume D. So that's working. So let's pull that out. You shouldn't do this. You should never hot plug them, but sometimes it's just too much fun. And you can plug it in again. And hopefully it will... Oh, wrong one.
Did you have it as a cache drive?
I might have done. Yeah, I might have done. And now if we go down to view and refresh. Cheers, Alejandro. Refresh. Disk 1, unknown, not initialized. I've upset it now, haven't I? Action, rescan disks.
You took some out in your last NAS video.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Is how long ago?
Nah, I don't think it would have been. Right, that's not recognised it there. Let's reboot. Should have just plug and play it. Because those M.2 slots are somewhat plug and play. But maybe not. So let's do a shutdown. Actually, I don't know if this last slot is even M.2.
Let's see if we get Otis to Oops! Thank you.
No hot plug reboot. Yeah, maybe they do. I think I'm probably. I used to put them into my USB drive holder and unplug them and replug them in that. So maybe that's what I've done.
They're not plug and play.
They are today. Okay.
Will that be a lesson to you?
Well, M.2 slots when they're in a USB adapter are plug and play. Because they work just like USB drives.
What's wrong, Otis? Okay? Come on then. You're being a good boy.
Otools. Hello.
Oh, you're too cute, aren't you?
Right then. Oh, there. I just did a Greg's fart. Oh, sausage roll. Oh.
Even Otis is backing away.
Wow. There we go. There's our drive. New volume is back. There we go. So, yeah. The M.2 slots work. We're all good. Right, so now I need to do some quick fire testing on these CPUs to make sure they all actually work. Not that I ever do anything quick, but we'll try.
Look, babe.
Hello.
Give him a shoulder massage.
Oh, does he like that?
Seems to.
Bless him.
You like that?
Right, so that has worked somewhat. So let's turn this off now. I love that button. That's great. Rather than fishing around trying to find a screwdriver to jab at the ports. Jab at the ports. Missile. Skywalker.
Oh, you
Right, let's move that there.
Greg's sausage roll has 34 ingredients. I think you've just let out 35.
None of which contain any nutrients. Right. So, oh, actually, I could do the top-down, couldn't I, on this? Overhead. Woo! There we go. Different view. Doesn't that picture look sharp? Don't you reckon that picture looks sharp? Sharp AF. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet.
Blurry at times, it makes me a bit dizzy.
I think that looks bloody great.
When it's like that, but when you move under it and stuff, it keeps jerking off. Otis, why are you chewing on my thumb?
Miso. Right, I'm going to turn the power supply off just before someone else gets upset and says, "Mom, you can't turn your power supply off."
My hardware advice is what keeps PC techs in business.
Yeah, boy.
You've got to help each other, haven't you?
Yeah.
With AI taking over.
It's funny actually, there's been a few people on the Discord in the last couple of days who have searched for information about Thermaltake cooler installations and have used AI and have made an absolute cock up of it. And then come back to us and like, why is it that this doesn't work? Or why is my motherboard on fire? Someone actually in our Discord managed to, honestly, this is no word of lie. I'm going to put the main camera on because you'll have to see the expression on my face. But somebody actually on our Discord came in, and I don't know how they've managed to even consider this would be a thing, but they've actually daisy chained PWM and ARGB to each other. All of the cables,
He's stomping.
just put them all together. I was amazed. I don't even think that that could be done. But somehow they managed to daisy chain PWM and 3-pin 5-volt ARGB all into one long line of cables. And I was like, don't plug that in. That is possibly one of the worst things you could ever do. You'll be basically sending 12 volts straight down through all of your ARGB stuff and also your headers at the same time. That is a recipe for tears. Unbelievable. So yeah, I was... I know every now and then you get something which surprises you on Discord. I had a couple as well where they were daisy chaining the cables and literally daisy chaining every single cable. It's like there wasn't one cable which was unplugged, and this was the Aqua Elite V3. So there's what, 4 ARGB cables and 4 PWM plugs, 3 for the fans, 1 for the pump, and they literally had every single one. And then daisy chained, so it was all like a big loop. They were separate this time, luckily. But still, wow. I thought to myself, like, this is cool. Luckily, I don't think anyone caused any damage. Is that clean enough? Yeah, that'll do. Right.
Oh, I noticed his eyes.
I've...
Oh,
Ootles. Oh, bless him.
you're
What?
going to be a tech boy.
Why didn't they go wireless? I know. That collar looks tight.
No,
Nah, he's just furry.
he's very thick furred.
Let's have a look. It is actually.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. No. He's got deep fur.
He is deep furred. He's like one of those big Persian rugs.
But it's very coarse. He's like a dog fur. He's the roughest furred cat we've got. It goes from Dave being like a rabbit.
Yeah, Dave's like super soft fur. Otis has got really coarse fur. This is something which I don't like about these CPUs, is that you actually have to move that bracket out the way to lift the retention arm up. I know it's just a minor thing, but it is a little bit annoying.
Do you even get cat fur in the PC ports?
Oh, of course.
Everywhere.
I get cat fur everywhere.
No, Andy, actually, they've never had a biscuit in their life.
No, they haven't,
They've
no.
only had raw meat.
They are 100% raw meat fed. Well, they might eat shit outside, but they don't from...
And they never beg or anything, do they?
No. We can eat whatever we want, and the cats never beg.
They used to when they were on, not these ones. They've never had anything else.
Right, next processor we're going to try is going to be a 7500 again. This is the eBay one.
When Candy went to the vet and was spayed, she wouldn't eat their food. She refused cat food.
That don't look like it's in right.
Oh, he loves me. He looks up at me. He's so cute when he looks up.
That is in.
You're going to marry me when you grow up, aren't you, Oates?
Yeah, Otis loves Calf. He hates me and he hates George and he hates Angel a bit.
He's just a little bit timid.
He's very shy. Poor cat.
Oh, liking me.
Yeah.
Oh, poor old.
He is quite timid. It's funny, like in the house, normally, wherever we are, he will avoid us or run into another room. But at night time, he'll come into bed and he'll jump up on our bed and come in snuggling with me. He only likes me when I'm in bed. He only wants me when I'm in bed. It's like, strange. Very strange boy. Right, just need a little bit of thermal pasta. Look at the state of my desk. What a mess. There's somebody trying to buy a PC, I guess. Oh no, David Underhill. Hey, David Underhill. What?
Facebook.
Yeah, on the Facebook Messenger. Oh, what's he saying? Oh, I can't open it because my phone's...
Name and shame.
Is that what he says?
No.
All right.
I'm saying.
So let's see what he says. He sent a photo. Oh, his cat.
Nude.
No.
Is it slim?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at slim modes.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like Daisy. You're Daisy, aren't you? Reincarnated. Oh.
Thank you. Looks like a working desk, says Sky. Yeah, it is very much a working desk at the moment. Now the good thing with this is because we're putting a 7500F on here, it is a direct like-for-like comparison, so we can fire it up and we can run exactly the same tests and we should get basically the same results. At least that's the theory. I'm even trying to put the cooler back in the same position it was, and I think we're good. So let's turn that on, break the camera. I really do need to replace that wall socket.
Oh, Slim is a hard worker.
Oh, fuck's sake. Is that camera gone?
Mine's so delayed.
Yeah, main camera, where are we? Hang on, got to unplug the camera and turn it back on again.
Yeah, that's true. Cats usually adopt owners.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Is that on now? Is that in the on position? Can someone see that in the reflection? We should have high enough resolution now for you to see that. So is that on? See me bending over.
Bit dark there. Yeah, it's on.
It's on.
Zero
Yeah.
further away from this thing, yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's go to Stream Desktop. No, let's not go to Stream Desktop, let's go to HDMI. And let's turn this on. Should we go into the BIOS straight away? I think it's going to force us into the BIOS anyway, because it's a new chip, so it will say the TPM data. We'll see. Thanks, Andy.
I can't do any more because Russia tells me off.
No display yet, but we should get one any moment. There we go. So that looks like it works. Just resetting the TPM data. And because we put a new CPU in, we'll need to re-enable XMP. I won't bother changing the RAM out. I'll leave that RAM in here for now. New CPU, yeah, we know it's a new CPU, so function and that key for FBIOS 1. And literally all I'm going to do is turn on XMP and be done. Now obviously if we turned on things like PBO or did curve optimization, we would get better scores marginally. It's not going to be hugely different, so for now I think we'll be fine with this as it is. I'd be interested to see now how much difference we get with the same CPU from a completely different person, to see if there's much difference in between them. In theory, we should get 14,600 points in Cinebench, thereabouts. If it's a good, well, 1400 is kind of like the bottom floor, so to speak. Ceiling wise, there probably isn't really a ceiling much more than like 1500. Sorry, 15,000. But we'll see, and we'll take a look at hardware monitor as well, see what sort of temps, and also to see if there's any weirdness going on. iRolfman's CPUs are bins, so it could be a good one. I like your thinking. It could be. It could be you. And weirdly, I can scroll up and down now in hardware monitor, which I couldn't before. It seems a little bit strange. So we're about 26, 28 degrees, which is basically, it's 24 degrees in here. Well, 23.7 if you can read that. Only 62% humidity as well, which is kind of nice. This is like perfect temperature for me. Thanks, David Andrew. Could be a basic one as well. It could be shite, is what he's trying to say. Right, let's go to File Explorer. We'll have to go to Downloads. We still haven't seen actually if the other Cinebench runs yet. We'll do R23 because it's a much shorter run. And by now, why is it not showing the application the icon? Right, Windows is clearly still doing something in the background, so let's run it anyway. Oh, I'm in the bloody... Actually, no, that isn't, is it? Did I click on... Ah, yeah, sorry. That's my fault. I was looking at the zipped version. This screen is tiny and the text is like tinier. Tinier. So it's, yeah, it's not great. I need much bigger monitors.
Do you want to go out? Go on then.
Right, let's see what we get. So click on Start there, and we'll open up that on the side so we can get an idea roughly if we're doing any good. So this one's already gone up to 90 watts straight away, so we've got a couple of extra watts going on. Core wise, we're actually dropped a little bit, so we're at 49 point something. So I'm thinking, well, it's hard to it's hard to tell. It's only like about less than 100 megahertz difference, and using more power to get there, and running a little bit hotter as well. So we've got 71.5 degrees. So it's hard to say. It could do better. It's using more wattage, so in theory it's working harder, so you might get a better score, but the core speeds look lower. So it depends what all the cores are doing. That's just showing the max. So let's see what we're going to get. So yeah, 14,193. So still better than the kind of baseline, but not quite as good as what we had previously with the extra sort of 500-ish points. I wonder if there's anything running in the background which shouldn't be. Maybe the AMD software, I don't think so. So I'm going to run another just to be on the safe side. We're going straight away while it's still got a bit of warmth. We'll see how quickly it does it this time. Sometimes if there is something still running in the background, like settling down, it can affect your scores. We did see that previously, I think. We'll see what it gets. Actually, it works out, well, depending on what this score comes out, but it works out quite well because I actually paid more for the faster chip. So in the kind of grand scheme of things in the universe, it's a fair deal. If it was the other way around, I'd be a bit upset. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, no, I think this is the kind of plateau for this one. So yeah, we're using a little bit more energy, a little bit more power. Oh, wrong mouse again. And yeah, just over 90 watts, up to 73.1 Celsius. So yeah, it is running a little bit warmer. It has boosted up to the 5.049 that we saw previously. But yeah, this one is a slightly lesser performant chip than the other one. But it works. If it runs through Cinebench, stressing all cores, it should be fine. I'm going to take this as being okay. And I think we should move on to essentially what is the last CPU, the 7700. And make sure that one's okay. And I think then we're all pretty much done. So let's close this down again. Shitting down. Go back to the main camera and wait for it to shut down. We'll quickly whip off the cooler, put the other CPU in, and see how it performs. The 7700 is one of my favourite AMD processors of the AM5 generation. The 7700 is absolutely phenomenal. It's great for video editing. It's pretty much great for everything, and it runs very nice and cool, so you don't have to worry about elaborate or exotic cooling. You can cool it very, very easily indeed. And yeah, it's just an absolute beast. Does really well in gaming, and having 8 cores and 16 threads, it's going to be quite future proof. So if you've got the choice between like a 7500F, a 7600, 7600X and a 7700, I would probably go with the 7700 because it's just it's worth the extra bit of money. And individual core wise, I'm not sure if the 7700 is a little bit faster individually for single core. Although the reality is, if it is, it isn't going to be by much. I should turn that power supply off, shouldn't I really? And I do need to, I need to clean that CPU a bit better. I was thinking earlier, actually, I should have used my pad, the carbon pad, because I wouldn't have had to worry about getting thermal paste on anything. But those thermal pads, especially the mesh type ones, they're okay, but thermally they don't do particularly well. Not quite as good as a reasonable paste. Right, so that is the 7700F. This is the £93 one, which I actually still feel a bit pissed off paying £93 really, considering not that long ago we were buying these for what, 80 quid from AliExpress, like brand new, and that's 93 quid used. Whew, that does suck. Nice though that this motherboard appears to be fully functional. Done well on that one, and Andy's already done the testing work on the other board, so very happy with that indeed. And again, massive shout out, Andy, to you for doing that. It's fantastic. I certainly am in no position to be able to do it myself, so it really was a fantastic help and is massively appreciated. So if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. You'll probably be on the top of the list for the Mike's Unboxing 2027 calendar.
Nudes.
There will be nudes. So you may not want it.
You're not shaving the cats.
I'm not shaving the cats, no. There'll be no shaving of anything.
So it won't be nudes then. Chewbacca.
Yeah. Mub porn calendar. Yeah, I have been looking for a long time to find a company which could do one, which wouldn't be like ridiculously expensive, but also not be utter shit. And I think I found one. And I kind of wanted to do it last year, but for some reason or other, I just didn't get around to doing it. But I kind of want to do it this year. I don't know why I'm tightening this all the way down. Don't make much difference, does it? But it does feel nice to finally get to the one of my favourite processors of any era. I think the 3600 was also really good as well. The 3600 opened up a whole new world of opportunities for a lot of people. I think actually in general AMD have done really well processor wise. They absolutely suck with graphics cards in general, but yeah, they're doing all right. Let's break the camera again. Is it going to return? No. Really need to fix that socket. Camera on. Hello. It's me. AMD GPUs are okay. They're okay. They are okay. I'm not sure how many of you really pay attention to the market, but it would appear that Nvidia are currently now sitting at 95% of the global GPU market, which is, well, it's bizarre. Was it 94, 95? Not that it makes as much difference at that sort of thing. So AMD are on like 4 or 5%, Intel are on 1%, which is... The 9070 XT, in fairness, has been like really, really good, and is at a really good price. Now, image quality wise, I would argue that the AMD image quality isn't as good as Nvidia's. I do notice quite a lot of shimmering in lots of games, which some people really detest. I honestly don't really care too much about it. It's like, whatever. But I do notice it, and I know that there's going to be some people that just aren't willing to tolerate that. So I totally understand it. Nvidia graphics cards, yeah, love them or hate them, but CPU works. It's yeah, it's kind of just the way things are. Sky says 9000 series cards have been pretty good. I have no complaints at all. Have you noticed much shimmering on textures? I've noticed it a lot, especially on Fortnite. Fortnite seems to be really bad for it. What else did I see it on? Oh, Wreckfest as well. Wreckfest 2. I saw that and it was like quite obvious. And I thought it was something to do with scaling, but I turned it down to like native and it just seemed to really still do the shimmering. I couldn't quite understand it. And I thought, oh, it must be one of those new like ray tracing effects or something, but it definitely wasn't. Right, XMP, save and exit. It should say the processor there, but I didn't see it, but I'm going to guess it's going to be working. Oh, Bob says not noticed any shimmering on my 9070 XT 16 gig. Alessa says Wreckfest 2 is a huge disappointment. There has been an update this week, which has improved it quite a bit, I think, personally. I'm not massively pleased with it, but I did play a bit, and it was great. iWolfman's Mub Calendar, a cat for every month, even a calf. You never know. Alessa says, no nude pics of me. I don't hate anyone that much. Aw. There we go. We have a desktop. Excellent. I do like that background, actually. Give Windows Spotlight its dues. They do actually have some really nice desktop backgrounds. I don't like using Windows Spotlight, but kind of is what it is, I guess. Oh, wrong keyboard again. Actually, I need to move my... need to move me, because I'm moving on up. I'm going to put myself down over here. No, there. Let's put myself just there. No, that's going to be in the way for that, isn't it? Let's try there. Right. Cheers, Viali. Letter says, don't have any background, just a clean black screen. Where's the fun in that? To be fair, my background, the Mike's Unboxing logo, is basically a black screen. So I do understand where you're coming from with that. Oh, come on, ASUS. Give me, there we go. So we are idling again with our 7700 at about 26 degrees. I think it's going to possibly drop a little bit, or is it stabilized now? Yeah, I think 26 degrees is going to be pretty much it. And a relatively healthy 20-ish watts. Not bad at all. Phil Stodd says the 9060 XT performs nearly as well as the 9070 XT for half the price and half the power draw. Does it really? I've been looking at a 9060 XT. I do quite fancy getting one. But I don't really have a need for one at the moment. Okay, yeah, we seem to have leveled out there, so I'm pretty happy with that. So let's run the old... wrong mouse again. Graphics cards is just such a murky business these days, isn't it? Trying to get the best value for money out of what you can. I miss the old days. It was a lot easier back in the day. Makes me sound old, but I'm not. There, I was positive then, Kath. I did a positive thing.
Good.
Right, multi-core starts. So, it's been a while since I've used one of these, the 7700, but I'm pretty sure we should be getting around about 19,000 points, if I remember correctly. And temperature-wise, we probably won't stress it out too much. We do get an offset with this, so with the Ryzen 7 you get slightly better boost clocks, single core, so I think 5.3 on this chip, thereabouts, maybe 5.4, but when you're doing all core it drops off quite a bit to like 4.7, which is just about hitting now. Ah, there's Toad64. Is this the CPU I sold you, Mike? See, I was trying to make people anonymous, but yes, it is. And one of my favourite CPUs ever. And I've tested the 7500F. That was great as well. And actually, weirdly, I bought two. Yours was £100, the other one was £93, and yours is a little bit faster and runs a little bit cooler. So that works out kind of in the universal scheme of things exactly how it should be. So for there we got 18,000 points and change, which I think is pretty much spot on, but I am going to run that again just to make sure there was no weirdness going on. And then we'll check on CPU Monkey and see what the 7700 should get, which I'm pretty sure is about 1700. I think 17.5, but it's been a while, so I'm just guessing at that. Toe says it was touched by an SFF expert, that's why it runs cooler. Hey, you never know. Seems to have worked out. Yeah, I do love the 7700. They are great CPUs. I wish I'd bought more from AliExpress when they had them. Right, so we dropped off a little bit there. So 17,998. So we'll say 18,000. I think we can pretty much say that is that's a fair assumption. So if we put in 7,700 and we'll change that, delete that, and delete that, and hit enter. And we'll go back to the monkey of CPUs and scroll down past all the adverts. Cinebench, where's Cinebench R23? There we go. Did I miss it? Ah, there it is. So Ryzen 7 7700. Yeah, 19,540 points. We seem to be getting quite a bit less than that. I wonder why that would be. Interesting. Oh God, go away, Prince Edward, whoever you are. So yeah, so 19,500. That sounds lots. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. Yeah, we're about 1,000 off. Again, could be down to anything, settings in the BIOS, etc. Let's just run another one to be on the safe side. Sometimes you get a good one, sometimes you get one which is less good. I'm not going to say bad because it's not bad, but also as well, the 7700, because of how long it's been out as well, longer than the 7500F anyway, there's been a lot of people that have tuned them. So again, CPU Monkey has taken an aggregate against all of those scores, especially like the overclocked ones as well. So it's like I said earlier, sometimes it's kind of wishful thinking to be as good or better. If you go for like a really, really popular CPU, like the 7700, the 7800X 3D, maybe the 7600 possibly, those sometimes will have better scores because there's just so many more out there in the market and people tweaking them and tuning them. And what do we get? About 18,000 again. So yeah, we're pretty much where we are. This could also be as well, Windows has a really nasty habit of making weird things happen when you just swap a CPU, especially when you go from 6 to 8 cores. You do some weird stuff. So it might be it just needs a fresh reinstall to get the proper figures, which we won't be doing because that is way, way beyond the scope. And of course you've got the cooling, the wattage, etc. It could be water cooling on those other ones. It's unlikely there's going to be water cooling on a 7500F, but you never know. Oh yeah, we haven't turned on, we didn't turn on PBO. Which a lot of people would have put on. I told you off now. So, tell you what I'll do. I will go into the BIOS and I'll do a little bit of a tweaking. I'll do a bit of a tune-up. Just to see if we can squeeze a bit more out. And then we'll call it a day. Let's restart and we'll go into the BIOS.
Drink.
Come on, reboot. Ooh. I like this graphics card. I'm very pleased with the graphics card. That's a pretty nice GPU and it seems to run quite nicely. Right, so we want advanced mode. And we'll go into AI Tweaker. This is not very easy with this mouse keyboard. So performance enhancement, yeah, we'll have some of that. And if we scroll down, PBO, we're going to PBO, and we want precision boost overdrive. We'll set to enhancement. No, not enhancement. Where's the one enabled? And we'll leave that. Core boost, no, I don't want that one. Curve optimizer, that's the one I wanted. Curve optimizer, all cores. I'm gonna go to negative, and we'll try 20. That should be enough. And you could as well do the SoC, but it probably isn't a great deal of point doing that. Thermal limit is no point setting that either, because this will never hit that sort of temperature anyway. And I think that'll do. Save changes and reset. So PBO, performance enhancement, yeah, that'll do. Just reading your chat there. So says PBO on the 7000, 9000 series is quite a waste of time, just turn it off. I only turn it on so I can do the curve optimization. And you do notice a slight improvement. I actually have a test recently coming out where I've tested a motherboard with PBO off, PBO auto, PBO on, curve optimized, and also curve optimized with a static SoC voltage. That video should come out soonish. You might find some interesting information there. Then again, you might not. Is resize bar on? It should be automatically on this board. Where are we? Ryzen. There we go. So our temperature is about the same. Maybe it's peaking a little bit. You will find the temperatures to spike a little bit once you have PBO, because it is boosting. It's optimizing its boost, or it's trying to boost as much as it possibly can. Oh, I can't do it from there, can I? I'm so used to Cinebench installing. Let's go down to that one there. Want that one. Let's go to Cinebench. And so what's the thoughts now? Do you think we're going to get a better score? Do you think we'll get the same score? What are your thoughts? Let's click on run, and let's see what hardware monitor is saying. So temperature should go up quite quickly now to 80 plus, whereas before it was sticking in the sort of mid 70s, I think. We're using a little bit more wattage now, but the cores are now at 5.2, whereas before they're like 4.7. Yeah, we're at 130 watts, which is about right. As long as we don't go over 90, which we probably won't. It seems to be holding on to the boost clock, so it's dropping off a little bit. 5.1. Yeah. There we go. So we have now just recovered our lost points. So we've now got 19,682, which basically is exactly where it should be. So that is absolutely perfect. We are very pleased with that. And temperatures have come back under control very, very quickly, down to the mid-20s. We've got our 5.350, so a little bit of a slight boost there. Happy days. Okay. So there we go. So in this instance, turning on PBO, yes, it has increased the wattage and the temps, but we have recovered best part of, what was that, 2,000 points, nearly? Getting on for 2,000 points, which in Cinebench is a lot, especially when you're talking it's 20,000, so 2,000 points is like 10%. Yeah, 10%. Am I right in saying that? 10%? And 10% seems to be like a lot to leave on the table, especially when, like, between processor families, 10% can be the next tier. So yeah, I think that is good. We got our 10% performance back, and people have done a lot less to get 10% extra performance out of their system. Sorry, people have done a lot more to get 10% out, and we're still using a stock cooler, effectively, like a 13 quid cooler. So if we put a bit of water cooling on here, we could probably smash 20,000 easily. There we go. Anyway, I think we have achieved what I needed to achieve tonight. So we know our CPUs all work. I'm not going to bother about the 9600 because I can't go there. And I think I need to do a BIOS update on the board before I do that anyway. But I think that is pretty much going to wrap up the stream for tonight. Massive thank you to everyone who stuck with us, and sorry to Kath for keeping you up late. She's got to get up tomorrow morning, so I've got to pack all this shit away yet. But thank you all so much for joining us. Hopefully you've had a enjoyable evening, and maybe you've learned one or two things, or maybe you've just decided don't install M.2 drives into a slot while the PC's on, because it's probably not a good idea and it doesn't work. I thought it did, but anyway, who knows. So, thank you all so much for joining us. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you with a new fresh video on Monday morning. Thanks as always to everyone who is Patreon members, sent donations, just sent us shit in general, or just watching the videos and smashing likes and sharing it. It massively makes a big difference, especially now when tech seems to be on a bit of a downward slant. So yeah, if you're not busy, chuck a video on and have a cup of tea and enjoy it. It all helps the algorithm. I think that's going to do it. Night everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Kath.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know if that